As a salesperson, should you ignore the first objection from your buyer when it comes to closing the deal? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about closing. So here's the thing. I was recently out in Orlando and I put up a video about don't feed the gators, which was saying that there's really three things that happen when you hear an objection from the buyer. First off, it could be nervous energy. It could just be that that person is just saying what they're thinking and not realizing it. They don't realize that they're saying something. It doesn't mean anything. It's just words spewing out of their mouth. The second thing is it could be a complaint. They're not happy about it, but they're still willing to buy. And the third thing is that it's an objection. Now, the only way that you can really test this out is just to continue on with close, reapply the close. Now, I think of, I got a wacky sense of humor. And so I think of like anytime that I'm dealing with closing, like a lotion, and somebody is going in through the sales process and the first layer of lotion didn't work. So what do? You put on more, a little bit of lotion, right? And so this is the way that I think of the closing process, and it will benefit you. So here's the thing. The first objection could be nervous energy. It could be the person's not talking and they don't even realize that they're saying things out loud to you. The second thing is it could be a complaint. I'm not happy with it, but I'm still willing to buy. And the third thing is an objection. And the only way that you know how to do that is to reapply the close. So James Johnson sells Lexus out of Las Vegas. Fantastic dude, right? He hits me back up on this video and he's like, hey, Scott, one of the things that I do is I just ask for the business again. Absolutely. This is like almost word for word. He says like, and your car is going to be $65,000, however way he says it. And the person gives their objection and he just says, absolutely, I just need your authorization right here. Okay. Back and forth. We were just texting. So for you, like it may benefit you greatly to ignore the first, what you may hear as an objection from the buyer. Now, there are people who say, I am adamant, if you try to close me today, I am going to complain. Well, you got to know that when somebody does that to you, what they're saying is, I don't want you to do your job fully. So I got a question for them. So you ever ask a lion to be a vegetarian? Have you ever asked a lion to be a vegetarian? You got to know, you sat down with somebody who's great at what they do. I'm going to take care of you today, and I'm going to ask for yourself, right? So what they're doing, this usually happens at the beginning of a sales call. And you sit down with a person, or they're talking to you at the very beginning, like, I don't want to be closed today. Fantastic. You ever had a lion be a vegetarian? You ever asked a lion to be a vegetarian? They're like, what does that mean? Well, that's what you're asking me to do. You're asking me to go out on the hunt with you, find you a product or service that's going to fit your needs, and then you're asking me to not do my job, and you're asking me to not ask for the business. I'm going to ask for the business today. You have to address this for what it is, and if you don't, it's going to cause some problems, right? So you, think of this, reapply the close, you get an objection, ignore it, ask for the business again, right? Just tell them what they need to do. And just because somebody is angry doesn't mean they're not going to buy. Just because somebody's mad does not mean that they're going to say, like, I am not buying today. You need to understand this concept. I'm not buying today. I'm mad at you. I don't like you. Yeah, absolutely. I just need your approval right here. There's been plenty of times where people have been angry with me, foaming mad, and still done business, right? There you go. What happens when somebody gives you your first objection? I'm going to give you some advice. You may have to, do you disagree? Do you agree or disagree? Put it in the box down below. Do you agree or disagree that when it comes down to it, your first objection should be ignored, right? Put it in the box. Cool, I'll have a conversation with you. I won't yell at you. If we disagree on this, that's cool, no problem. I may learn something, you may learn something. That's the beauty of having a real conversation. Never thought of that before, right? So you got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button and click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent out a video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Aloha.